right here in the D, y'all, on the west side of Detroit, with a legacy home grower, a Detroit legacy home grower. He's just showing me some packs. He's telling some stories about his journey, what he wants to accomplish. Hey, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry to interrupt, but please let me know. Break it down for me.
Well, I mean, we was kicking it basically about what they done did is they forgot about the original weed man. And I'm not saying I'm the only original weed man. It's a lot of us. And what I mean by the original weed man is like the people that's in control and the people that got the stores and the dispensary.
Nice.
They made it where it was like for the millionaires.
Right.
You know, you had to have $1 million to get in the game.
Right.
Or at least be close to it in credit or something, you know, either way. In this game, it was for the poor man. It was the poor black man hustle. Like, you never seen the Arab with a weed house. You never seen, now I seen some hillbillies with
back in the day,
with weed houses. I got a lot of white friends, you know, so even some of them is the original weed man. But they made it where we couldn't get in.
Right.
Like they should have made mom and pop stores where good business will make the other bad business ones close down, like always. See, because that's the weed game. That's what's going on now. Like everybody decided to ruin the weed game by lowering the prices. But they lowered the prices so much to where the good grower that experiments,
Right.
that it was his hobby, it was his craft, it was his trade. He has to grow at a certain way and at a low cost that it ain't worth him experimenting with hydro, it ain't worth him experimenting with, you know, just growing tops. He got to get the LED lights. He can't get those strong ass lights that kick off so many rays that you ain't even supposed to look at it without no glasses on. Or you touch that light, it'll burn your skin off you.
Yeah.
You know, the LED lights are nice, but the good ones that's really gonna make anything worth weight and density and all that, you gotta pay $1,500 for a good ass Gavita.
Yeah.
But even Gavita done figured out the growers can't afford it. The ones that they depended on for decades to buy their lights. You know, they came down to $800 for their new model. That's what I consider the best light, Gavita lights. I'm a Gavita guy.
Okay.
You know.
Shout out to Gavita.
Yeah, Gavita the best. But now it's like they done crashed it. And to be honest with you, I'm happy it didn't crash because I'm watching Cookie fade away. I'm watching Gage fade away. And it's because what they did was they not only saturated the game, but they decided to battle so hard. Nobody said, let's keep the prices decent enough where the grower and the store can make a profit. The government already is going to tax the fees, the tickets they give you, the fines they give you. Like, that's what they ain't realized. The government really didn't want this to be legal. The people wanted it to be legal. So the government just putting up with the bullshit, but they gonna tax you and make you suffer 30% tax. Excise they want on it. You know, so they making it hard already on business. But what the greedy people that jumped in that didn't know the weed business was, they weren't supposed to drop the prices so low. I mean, you got people going around the leaf and bud, $30 an ounce.
Yeah.
On happy hour. I mean, it ain't the greatest weed from what I understand, but
15.
That's crazy.
It ruins the market.
$15.
Like, back in the day, to get a good pound, good weed, you had to pay for it.
$1,600, yeah, at least $2,000. No, I'm tripping.
Man,
like,
I remember when
$2,500.
pounds was $6,000 of the good weed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was $25 a gram.
Yeah, yeah.
Now it's like, don't nobody care about if it's good, if it's bad. They just like, long as we get a good price.
Yeah.
But everything collapsing because the rich people realize, well, you can't make $1 million off selling $10 ace. You know how many $10 ace you gotta sell to pay them bills on that brick and mortar?
Exactly.
On that
Yes.
building. So they just screwed themselves. So what should have been done was they should have let, like we had mom and pop record stores, we were supposed to have mom and pop pot shops. And the only thing they were supposed to do, mandate on those shops, was that you get your license, but make it easy and cheap enough for the original weed man to get his license. And I'm even with all the weed that you sell out the store, send your shit to the lab so it get tested and make sure it's safe.
There you go.
And boom, good business would have took over and the market would have been flourishing. Everybody would have been able to pay their bills and they wouldn't have stumped out the guy who fought for decades just to be the weed. Man, they used to beat us up, take us to jail, take your chain, take your money. You know what I'm saying? A lot of my friends is dead over weed. You know, like a lot of weed, man. Like I got a buddy right now. His clientele, he been selling weed all his life. His clientele is so nice that he can drive around in a van like he a dispensary. But he can't go get no license.
Oh, wow.
And out of everybody that deserves to get a license, it's this
guy
guy.
deserves.
He been doing this since he was little.
He can make a living for
It's
himself.
for him. God freed the weed for guys like him not to go behind bars no more. I ain't never seen him sell crack. I ain't never seen him sell nothing else.
No weed.
Weed.
Just weed.
And everybody love him so much, he still can exist. But they done ruin the whole weed game. Straight up. It's I call it the weed man blues.
Weed man
The
blues.
weed man blues. This the worst area. I damn near wish I was still getting beat up by the police. Oh, they take the weed from me.
And it's still worth something. You can go get back right again. You know, you come right back up. That's what everybody's mad at. You know, I think they used to see the weed man with all this money and say he don't deserve to have that. Oh, we'll put him in jail. He's a criminal, you know. But now that the government can get some of the money, no, let's and then they can get some money from the big companies.
And really, they stumping them out.
Now, yeah, that's what they're doing now. They're like,
stumping them out. They're stumping them out like all the fines, the silly fines.
Yeah.
Like if somebody get caught in your state certified grow room without their badge on, it could go up to a $12,000 fine. That's like a poor person, that fine will wipe them out.
the whole business. You can't pay that.
And it's wiping out the rich people too. It is. It's wiping them out. They closing.